Everyone knows that drinking and driving is not allowed. But what does the law say about drinking and carrying your firearms? Surprisingly, in Florida, there is no legal limit of intoxication by alcohol or drugs that makes it illegal to carry your firearms. That does not mean you can drink and do whatever you want. Florida law makes it illegal to use a firearm if your normal faculties are impaired by alcoholic beverages or a controlled substance. Although the legal limit for driving is .08, for the use of firearms the level is .10.
Citizen to a citizen, boy. Citizen to a citizen, boy.
Key to life.
Another one. And now, our feature presentation.
Welcome back, or just welcome if it's your first time joining to another episode of
Shooting from the Window.
Listen, gotta tell you, I had a chance to meet up with a buddy of mine this weekend, who actually got me into building, not shooting, but building firearms, specifically like rifles, AR-10s, AR-15s, blah 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 blah. And he's heavy into the firearm game. He doesn't have a channel, but he is starting a channel, right? So I'm definitely gonna support him, because in the realm of firearms and shooting, he knows, I'm gonna respectfully say, more than me. Yeah. And both of us, we're instructors, like-minded, this, that, and the third. But it's my guy. I'm not mentioning his name because I don't know if he wants his name to be mentioned. Anyway, he came down to Charlotte. He's actually still here. I'm gonna meet up with him in a little bit. Wait a minute. What am I carrying? Carrying a 19X. Yeah, let me go ahead and clear that. Clear. As you can see on this 19X, there's not a lot of customization. We got some grip tape. Hear that? Follow my nails. Some Italian grip tapes, variable sights, safe direction. All right. Why does this 19X look a little different? Because it's not mine. It's his. Let me explain. It'll speak to the title. So we went out in Charlotte. Went to a couple of places. I won't mention the places because I don't want people to know where I be. Yeah. And we couldn't bring firearms in there, which we know that. So for the title, should you carry when you're going out to like an establishment or a bar or whatever, should you carry? Now, as an instructor, I'm going to tell you, it's frowned upon. It's frowned upon because 9 out of 10 times, maybe even 10 out of 10 times, you're going to have a drink. Okay, you're going to consume alcohol, and in other cases, some other substances. Not me. Okay, not me. If you're a concealed carrier, it's a risk. It's a risk that you're taking if you're carrying a firearm and you're going out with your boys. You with your boys. You're gonna have a drink. Yada yada yada. It's more than a risk. It's many risks. it's a risk that something may happen, after you leave with law enforcement. And as you know, if, whether or not if you get breathalyzed and you have a firearm, that's the situation. First offense, I think, is $5,000 and 30 days, potential 30 days locked up. Second offense, I think it's $15,000 and 60 days in North Carolina.
Burglary, count 1, 8 to 10 years. Count 2, 8 to 10 years. Count 3, 8 to 10 years. Count 4, 8 to 10 years. Count 5, 8 to 10 years. Count 6, 8 to 10 years. Count 7, 8 to 10 years. Count 8, 8 to 10 years. Count 9, 8 to 10 years.
And then, you lose your concealed carry permit. Who wants to do that? So that's that. But that's the lower end. That's the lower end, right, of the penalties. What happens if you actually get into an altercation where you have to, and rightfully so, have to use your firearm, and you have alcohol in your system, or any type of substance, illegal substance in your system that they don't allow? Let me tell you, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Get yourself a Johnny Cochran or something.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
You know what I mean? Because it's gonna cost you. Whether it costs you money or time, it's gonna cost you, or both. It's gonna cost you. So I caution people. I caution all my clients, all my students. Listen, man, leave it home, or if you're going out and it's gonna be alcohol involved, don't drink.
Here we go again.
Hey, I mean, that's just what I'm telling you. You can do what you want to do, but just understand that there's consequences. And let's say you don't get into an altercation, right? Let's say you don't get into an altercation, but something happens on the way home. You have an accident that involves a police response, a first responders response. That's going to get reported. If it's reported and by some way, they find out you have a firearm on you, again, you're going to lose your concealed carry permit and possibly lose your ability to even own firearms, right? You can get it back. It's just extenuating court processes and lawyers and it's just time and money. Then there's the other situation. You're sitting there. You don't get into an altercation. You're driving home or what have you, and you get into an accident. Whether it's your fault or not, you get into an accident, and they find out you have a firearm on you, and you've been consuming alcohol, or maybe you're on some other substance that you're not supposed to be on according to the North Carolina laws. Yeah, it's you can lose your permit or your ability, your right to bear arms. That's the biggest thing. Your right to bear arms. You know what I mean? Some people, get off and they're okay with not being able to conceal carry or even carry it on them and still be able to have it at home. But now you've taken away 50% of your ability to protect yourself, right? Depending on how often you're out on the streets. Because if you're at home, which most people are at home a lot, negative. Most people are on the streets a lot. They're going to the grocery store. They're going to work. They're going to their kids' recital. This, that, and the third. It's an inconvenience. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna tell you what to do or what not to do, and I'm not gonna tell you what I do or what I don't do. But what I'm gonna tell you is that I gotta go drop off my man's 19X because he forgot it in the car. He didn't forget it in the car, but he was Ubering. I left him. Well, I didn't leave him. You know, it was agreed that they were going to another spot. I called it a night, and he was Ubering with a couple of other people, and he couldn't Uber with the 19X. Couldn't Uber with any firearm because all the places in Charlotte, for the most part, they swipe me down. You heard? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna clean it for him. Not that it's dirty or whatever, but I'm just gonna clean it, wipe it up, and drop it off to him. Again, clear. I gotta tell you, I think I'm gonna get another 19X because I modded the hell out of my 19X. But I like this look, man. This minimalist look. If you see it here, I mean, when you look at mine, I think I went a little bit overboard. Nah, I know I went overboard with mine. I'll roll in a picture. I think I went overboard. So I'm gonna get another 19X and keep it plain Jane. No cuts, no colors, no nothing. Leaving the trigger as is. Yada yada yada. I'm definitely gonna put some Talon grips on it because I love the feel of this. And you know, like I'll have twin 19Xs, not just a 19 and a 19X. I'm just gonna have twin 19Xs. Well, listen, that concludes another fabulous episode of Shooting from the Whip. And what I tell you,
Stay strapped and get clapped.